Our topic for today's lesson is the animal kingdom. All the animals on earth form a kingdom called the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom consists of hundreds of thousands of creatures. Some are gigantic, like the blue whale, while some are microscopic, that they can only be seen under a microscope. Scientists have sorted out these living creatures into groups so that it is easier for us to study them. Now let's see the classification of animals. All animals in the world can be classified into two large groups: the vertebrates, which have a backbone, and the invertebrates, which are without a backbone. These larger groups are further classified into many smaller groups. Let's study about the 5 classes of vertebrates first. These are fish, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and birds. Let's study about fish first. These are those animals that live and reproduce in water. They are cold-blooded, covered with scales, and breathe through gills. Cold-blooded animals take the temperature of their surroundings. Next is the class mammals. Mammals are warm-blooded animals, which means that they maintain a constant body temperature. Mammals include those animals that give birth to live young ones. Some examples of mammals are cow, horse, cat, elephant, dolphin, which lives in water like fish but it's a mammal, giraffe, dog, blue whale, which also lives in water but it's also a mammal. Now let's look at some prominent features of mammal. Mammals are vertebrates, which means they have backbones. They are warm-blooded animals, which means that those animals which maintain a constant body temperature. Mammals can also be recognized by their fur or hair and also by the fact that their babies feed on the mother's milk. Mammals are highly adaptable, which means that they can easily adjust to the environment and can handle changes successfully. Mammals can swim and hop like dolphins can swim and a kangaroo hops. They can climb like a squirrel does. Flying mammals include bats, and most mammals can run too, just like this cheetah. Humans are also mammals. They give birth to live young ones. They also feed their babies and they are warm-blooded too. Let's now look at the class birds. These are animals with wings. These include sparrow, pigeon, hornbill, parrot, owl, flamingo, peacock, etc. Birds are also vertebrates as they have backbones. Birds have a small head, 2 wings for flying, a beak, 2 legs, and feathers on their bodies. All birds have ears, but they can't be seen. These ears are covered with feathers that protect them from turbulence while flying but still allow them to hear. They are warm-blooded animals, that is, they maintain their body temperature. Their soft down feathers keep them warm and the long feathers or wings help them to fly. But not all birds can fly, like ostrich, kiwi, penguin, peacock, etc. cannot fly. Unlike mammals, birds lay eggs. A bat can fly, but it's a mammal and it doesn't lay eggs too. Now let's move on to amphibians. These include animals like frog, toad, salamander, etc. Amphibians have 4 legs and webbed feet. They hop on land and swim in water. They are cold-blooded animals. Again, cold-blooded animals are those which cannot maintain their body temperature. They lay their eggs in water. They have moist skin. They breathe with lungs and gills. Now reptiles. These animals crawl on their bellies. These include tortoise, chameleon, snake, lizard, crocodile, etc. Reptiles have 2 short forelimbs and 2 short hind limbs, which cannot support the weight of their body and hence they crawl on land. Reptiles have dry skin covered with scales on their body. These scales protect them from enemies and also prevent water loss from the body. Some reptiles live on land and some live in water. They lay eggs on land. They are cold-blooded animals. Some have legs and some don't. Like a snake does not have legs. They breathe through their lungs. Let's now move on to invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals are those animals which do not have a backbone, like the grasshopper, butterfly, octopus, starfish, spider, etc. Some invertebrates have been classified further as insects. These include those which have 6 legs and generally 1 or 2 pairs of wings. For example, a honeybee, a butterfly, a bug, mosquito, housefly, etc. These are all insects. Insects are invertebrate animals. They mostly have a hard shell-like covering on the outside of their body, called an exoskeleton. They have 3 main body parts, namely the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Insects have a pair of antennae on top of their head. Insects have 3 pairs of legs. Most of them have clustered eyes and a pair of wings to fly. Worms and crabs are invertebrates too. I hope you can now differentiate between vertebrates and invertebrates and even further classify them too. Thank you.